Hi, and welcome to Black Belt in Real Estate. I am Peter Jumrukovski, a local expert here in Los Angeles when it comes to buying, selling, and investing in real estate. This is the show for you if you're interested in those topics or just want to be on the pulse on real estate. Most of the guidance and advice and stories we share do apply to the whole country and the whole world. So I'm happy that you're here. You're probably just interested in, building wealth, real estate, and so forth. I am a local expert in real estate and also a former karate world medalist. I love helping people because I've been helped so much in my life. And I know if you do real estate right, it's just an amazing and incredible experience. And today we're going to actually share one of those good experience that I just felt the urge to share with you because it just shows that if you do real estate right, it will give you a lot of benefits. But before we do that, I'm a big reader. I love books. And my office is full of books and I buy more books that I can read. But I just love it because you can learn so much. So here's an amazing book called The Four Agreements. So I'm just going to pull up a page and read a couple of sentences so we get inspired and then we can get started. There are three mastery that leads people to become Toltecs. First is the master of awareness. This is to be aware of who we really are with all the possibilities. The second is the mastery of transformation, how to change, how to be free of domestication. The third is the mastery of intent. Intent from the Toltec point of view is that part of life that makes transformation of energy possible. It is the one living being that seamlessly encompasses all energy, or what we call God. Intent is life itself. It is unconditional love. The master of intent is therefore the mastery of love. That's it. I hope that got you inspired. Uh, that's the cool thing about books, right? You never know what you find. You can learn, you can get ideas, and that's why I love podcasting. If you haven't met me before, I have another podcast called the I Love Success podcast, which I've done over 300 episodes where I kind of interview some of the best people in their field, authors, real estate people, actors, entrepreneurs, best-selling authors. I think I said authors before, but the best-selling authors. And I have had a 9/11 survivor. I've had an astronaut. I have had plenty of Olympians, plenty of UFC champions, plenty of karate champions, and just overall very, very interesting people that are living life in the arena. And investing and buying a home and selling a home, this is living in the arena. This is living a good life. And you know, I don't like bragging, but I do want to share a story and I want to share something that's awesome. So let's go back. I think it's about 4 or 5 years ago. I was wearing a mask, so it must have been right in the beginning of COVID. I knocked on the door and said, "Hey, my name is Peter. I'm helping a couple of clients looking for a home. Would you be interested in selling?" And lo and behold, the owner said yes. And me and James, we went to meet with her, and she decided that she didn't want to go on the market. She wanted to sell off market because it was COVID, and she got the number she wanted. House sold. 4 years later, the current owners calls me and say, "Hey, Peter, we really like your vibe and we're looking for a new home." Took them about a year. We found them a home. We have the same name on our son, both Nicholas, both are newborn. So it was kind of like very cool and serendipitous connection. And if you go back to the episode about manifestation, they're into, believing in the law of attraction. So they wrote down a manifestation while in the hospital to give birth to their baby boy. And a couple of weeks later, we found them that house. Quite incredible. So they have a new house. Now they decided that they wanted to sell. So what would we do and how did we get them incredible results? Because I want to start with the end. They did get 11 offers and their house sold almost $300,000 over asking price, and at just an incredible number. Even they were, blown away. So how did we get to that result? First of all, it's always timing. If you do it at the right time and find the right buyers that really want the house, you can get an incredible number. But in order to do that, you have to do a couple of things. And I'm not going to share everything here today because I know a lot of my competitors are listening, and I'm all about giving, but some of my trade secrets I want to keep for my clients. So if you're curious, if you want to hear more, just reach out to me. I'm happy to share it on a one-on-one basis with you and see if we're a match to work together. But anyway, so first of all, what we did, we looked at the house, and we want to make it as presentable as possible. So we did some prep work to make it look extraordinary. After that, we staged the home, and I got to be honest with you, we have a great stager, a great stager, but she staged the home in a way that she liked. And when the owners saw that, they were like, this is not going to work. And, I kind of felt the same way. So had to make the tough call and say, hey, we really want to change the staging, have a different vibe. And this is what we're going for, the beachy, more bright. So we did restage. And this is what's important when you hire somebody, that they're in your corner and that will leave no stone unturned. So we did restage the property. We took photos, and we had to retake a couple of shots to make it look really, really nice, and then edit them. And we did the floor plan, the virtual tour, the video, and all of that stuff. Once we had that ready and completed, we started a 7-day coming soon campaign. And a coming soon campaign, there's another podcast where we talk about what it is and if it really works. But basically, to make it short, if you're launching a product, a movie, something, you always do pre-marketing to create a buzz, right? And that's what we did. We got 10 plus inquiries. We did some pre-showings, not to sell the property, but to get feedback and, create excitement. After that, we decided, we listed April 30th, 2024. Shout out to George. He door knocked the whole area, 500 plus homes, and invited the neighbors to the open house, because you want as many people as possible at the open house to create that sense of urgency, to create the kind of the bidding war and all of that. So not only that, we called and texted all of the best agents in the area. So we always go back and see who has done a deal in this area in a year. Then we text a couple of nice pictures to them, call them, and just get the excitement going. And a lot of them really appreciate it, because even though most agents see things, sometimes they need a reminder, especially if it hasn't hit the market yet or is about to hit the market. Anyways, open houses came the weekend, and it was packed. It was people everywhere. It felt like a party, and everybody was approaching me and say, hey, what do we need to do to take this off the market? And I was just very calm and composed, because I know when that happens, it means that people are willing to pay a premium to get that house. And we talked about this before. I don't know if you've listened to it, but this house had, the 3 features that almost perfect property has. The 3 L's. Location was an amazing location, amazing street, curb appeal was perfect, layout of the home was awesome, and then the land, it had a pretty good lot, it had a bonus room, so it had a lot of it going for it. But even I was surprised. So after the open house, we had more than 200 people coming through over the weekend. We had a broker preview, and then on Wednesday, we had the offer deadline. Lo and behold, we got 11 offers, and we counted all of them, 11 strong offers, I would say. And on Saturday, we decided on a winner, which was, almost 300,000 over asking price. And, clients were blown away. Even I was like, this is incredible. And To make a long story short, and why do I tell you this story? I'm telling you this story because if you are a seller, there's going to be agents out there. They're going to look at the first offer and get excited and try to convince you to accept it. They're going to be agents that are going to bring their own buyers and try to convince you to accept their offer. If you have a great asset, remember, do not rush. Have a strategy. All of this was part of the plan. We actually planned on having 2 more open house that weekend, but we already had 11 offers, which was more than we expected, and we didn't want to leave them hanging. That's why we decided to cancel those 2 open houses, because we didn't need them. We have already done a better work than we were planning to do, or than we knew that we could do. It was just extraordinary what happened. Also, we listed it at perfect timing, springtime. Even though rates technically are super high, there shouldn't be this much demand, but and inventory was higher than normal. But I guess we did everything right, and the universe aligned for us. So on Saturday, we accepted an offer almost $300,000 over asking price, all cash with a 10-day close. Incredible, agent on the other side, and just static for her clients. So what do I want to share with this story is that do not rush if you have a great asset. Have a strategy and make sure that your agent is sharing that strategy. How are they going to do it, and how are they going to be successful? I have a proven strategy, which means that I can sell a great home. We can make it great if it doesn't look great right now. I'm happy to help you with that in 11 days at an extraordinary price. So if you're interested in that, hit me up. If you want to learn more just about your home value or just the process of buying and selling real estate, don't hesitate to reach out. I'm very much approachable. And at the end of the day, I'm not in the business of convincing you to do something you don't want or to work with me. I'm here to help. I'm here to consult. If we're a match to work together, which I hope we are, I would love to be your real estate champion. Either way, I hope you enjoy this story. And these clients, they did finish the bonus room, they did some landscape, they did do things to the property, but they're also selling it almost 600,000 more than they bought it 4 years ago. Isn't that pretty cool, making that amount of money just living and enjoying life? If you want that type of guidance, let me know, because where you buy a property, does it have the 3 L's? Those are very important factors that is going to determine your success. Prior, I guess you could have bought almost anything and become successful and made money. That's not the case anymore. Rates are higher, people are more picky. So buying a good investment at a good price, it's the most important thing. So let me help you. Let's talk more. Thank you for listening to Black Belt in Real Estate. I really enjoy having you here. If you know somebody that needs to hear this show, hear this message, please reach out to them, send this over, and let's keep connecting. Thank you so much, and have an awesome day.